Hello, this is Sarah Estelle from sarahestelle.com, and today I'd like to talk to you about energy that has been very prevalent in my own energy system and in the groups that I facilitate right now as we move out of the old world into the new world. So I'd like to talk to you about the difference, and apart from the obvious difference between cleansing away and nourishing ourselves. So as an energy healer, I'm sure you're very, very aware and au fait with all the different ways that we can cleanse our energy. And sometimes it feels good, sometimes it feels not so good. So it feels like right now that there's a growing trend for those of us in the healing world to move away from the notion of cleansing and move towards the notion of nourishing. Now, I'm quite lucky because for many, many years now, my body has never done well with cleansing. Whenever I've tried to go into, I've got to get rid of this and do this and do this, something always happens, like my back will go, I'll get sick, and I've noticed a pattern over quite a few years of that happening. So it kind of stopped me from going there. And I'm now noticing this is being discussed an awful lot more. And I'll share with you a little bit more about that in a second. But right now, what I want to do is really just to focus on what kind of tends to happen when we focus on the cleansing side. So cleansing is a very sort of outward, external action, very sort of doing action. And basically cleansing is just a pit that is bottomless. We can go on cleansing forever. And I think many of us right now at healers are realizing that what we're dealing with is just the tip of the iceberg. And we're doing that pioneering work that's going through into the deeper levels. So when we focus on cleansing all the time, we're very much setting ourselves up to know that there's something wrong with us. I've still got this pattern, I've still got this belief, I've got to cleanse it away. This isn't working. It's not getting better, I've got to try harder. We go back into this very sort of old masculine mindset, and it really feels like hard work, and feels very unsustainable. And the new world energy and the new energy that's coming in is all about ease, and it's all about sustainability. If it's not sustainable, we really, really, really feel it. So I'd love to know if you're resonating with what I'm saying. This past weekend, I've just come back from a weekend with graduates of the Flower Diploma in Flower Essences that I run. And we did some very deep work into excavating into some of the very powerful and disempowered patriarchal energies that are embedded in France. Now, underneath that is beautiful, beautiful, flowing feminine energy, but somehow there's been a lot of invisibility cloaks placed on it. And it's a long story and a story for another time, but I really just wanted to touch on that now because it became, as we felt into these energies, it became a part of our discussion, how we really needed to move away from the old cleansing, let's get rid of this, into how can I fill myself up? How can I nourish myself on deeper levels? So I'd like to share with you some of the ways that I do this, and working with Flower and Vibrational Essences, it's something that comes very, very easily to those of us in the profession. Now, even if you've never used a flower or vibrational essence, you maybe have used a crystal, or even if you're not au fait with crystals, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're just tuning into this for your business, and that's okay too. You don't have to use magical tools, but what I do encourage you to do is to look at where you can nourish yourself. Not just nourish, clearly we need to eat well, pay attention to what we're drinking, we need to look at hygiene, exercise, all those things. We know how to do that stuff. What we don't do is nourish our deep inner beings right from the core. So here is one of my absolute best friends. It's rose quartz. Here's the moonflower, which is my own essence range. Gosh, the light is actually, there's the moonflower rose quartz essence. So these are really, really easy ways to nourish yourself. So the next time that you are thinking that there's something wrong with you, that you've got to work harder, that there's this thing that you have that other people have managed to get through and you haven't, and you've still got to carry on clearing, I'd love you, instead of going into that place of trying to get rid of it and thinking there's something wrong with you, that instead you drop into your heart and you fill yourself up with the polarity. Fill yourself up with the love, the self-love, the knowing that everything is inside you. If it's on a personal level, just love yourself as much as you possibly can. If you're thinking at it more on a business level, and they're often very intertwined, know that you have everything inside you. Call on the overlighting energy of your healing business to support you and take you forward. So I'd love to know how this has helped you. I'd love to know how you are doing with this old paradigm and new paradigm, cleansing and nourishing. If this resonates with you and you'd like some support, I'd love to have a chat with you. Just reach out via the links that are below this video. I'd love to support you to learn more about the Flower and Vibrational Essences world, or maybe also to support you in taking your business forward. So until next time, blessings to you. And remember, it's all about the nourishment.